we've done with Franzy is we've compiled 26,000 franchise disclosure documents across 4,000 brands, as well as census data, Bureau of Labor Statistics data, Google My Business listings and reviews, 21 million of them, so that we have the most robust data set that we then feed an AI model that we've built into so that we can curate Leo's top 5 or Leo's top 10, so that we know you're looking in the right areas. And then we have a coach kind of walk you through.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to Investor Fuel. I'm your host, Leo, and today I am joined by someone I've been looking forward to chatting with, Alex, who's been making serious moves in the industry of real estate. Alex, I'm glad to have you here, man. I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you are handling your software business in the real estate. So let's dive in. So first of all, for people who may not be familiar with your world, can you give us the short version on what's your main focus these days?
Yeah, so I'm working on a platform called Franzy. Think of it as like the Zillow for buying and selling franchise businesses, whether they're, retail-based or territory-based businesses. You can go to them just like you would Zillow and start to filter by your net worth, your liquidity, what your total desired investment is, what your risk tolerance is, operational goals, and experience. And then we help narrow down from the thousands of opportunities out there to say Leo's top 5 or Leo's top 10. And then that platform also helps with lending, finding the right commercial real estate location, finding the right franchise CPA, all of those services that you have to have as you buy a business, whether it's the first time or the 30th time.
All right. Hey, that's good. And let me ask you something, Alex. Do you operate in all, like nationwide, or only in certain states?
Yep. So we're nationwide. And so you can look for businesses in Cincinnati or Dallas, Texas, or Los Angeles. We've got franchise listings and businesses for sale in every market.
Hey, I love it. Now, one thing that caught my attention about how you handle your business is the way you compile data and how you set AI into your business. All right. Now, can you please explain us a little bit of how you were able to introduce AI in your software so that you can apply actually to your investors?
Yeah, so one of the issues that I had as I built my previous business, which was a large laundromat franchise business. So I was the franchisor of it. We sold 118 plus locations. An issue that we had was a lot of people buying businesses will come through, a franchise broker. And I have a lot of good friends that are franchise brokers, but the issue was one individual might not know about the 4,000 plus brands that are out there and be able to adequately speak to them and share those opportunities with their clients.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And so I thought it's kind of, it's tough for people looking to buy a business to be maybe only be looking at 10 to 20 at a time, or this universe of 10 to 20. What if they could search all of the available businesses and use data and use AI to help kind of curate that list and then insert a broker or a coach to help with the parts that require a lot more complexity or massaging and guidance as far as which type of loan should you take or what's the right price for the business, all these things that, require a lot more kind of human touch and relationship building. And so what we've done with Franzy is we've compiled 26,000 franchise disclosure documents across 4,000 brands, as well as census data, Bureau of Labor Statistics data, Google My Business listings and reviews, 21 million of them, so that we have the most robust data set that we then feed an AI model that we've built into so that we can curate Leo's top 5 or Leo's top 10, so that we know you're looking in the right areas. And then we have a coach kind of walk you through, well, what do you like about this? What do you not like about that? And we just constantly get smarter and smarter over time, using that AI engine as the foundation and then the human, touch and
The human
coaching.
touch. Yeah,
on
I
top of it.
remember you mentioning that, even though that you apply AI into your software, you still have trusted advisors to talk, in person with your investors. And trust me, that's not an easy task nowadays, because obviously a lot of people are trying to implement the same thing that you're doing in your business, so there's a lot of competition. So that's very good. Now, talking about competition and how you being able to handle your business and your investors, what's been the key, to keep Franzy running smoothly?
Yeah, I think it's really trying to be where our clients are consuming information and where they want to be. So our go-to-market strategy has been, doing a lot of various guest appearances and podcasting like this to go in front of where investors are consuming content as we continue to establish ourselves as an authority and, credible source for getting expertise and education on the world of franchise ownership, commercial real estate, if you're going to buy the business and asset as well. And so being front and center, as much as we can from a marketing perspective has been really a differentiator for us. We've started to build a media company on top of Franzy.
All right. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, Alex, I know that every operator has a moment, where things got real, maybe a deal that went sideways or not your way. Do you, maybe a time that you had to pivot really fast, not to lose the client? Do you mind sharing one of those moments?
Yeah, absolutely. So a time that we had to pivot really fast, especially as it relates to Franzy, we had, a few individuals coming through the platform, and they really wanted to look at resale opportunities. We're getting a lot of people that want to buy, new franchise opportunities as well, but we're getting probably equally as large of an audience that wants to buy an existing car wash franchise or chicken, finger concept franchise. And we, didn't have resales listed on the platform. It was all only new territories or new retail concepts that you could develop, meaning you'd have to find the right site in Charlotte and then find the right building and develop it and actually build out the restaurant versus just buying an established, Chick-fil-A or whatever it may be from an existing operator.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And so we pivoted very quickly, and within about a 3-month period have built a prototype and an MVP for a full-blown resale marketplace, because that's what the market is telling us that they want. And so having to listen to our customers and really put their needs and their wants at the forefront, and listening again and building what they're asking for quickly has been the name of the game.
All right. Hey, actually, that's the kind of things that most people don't do. They don't take in account, what the relationship that they have with the clients, or what the market is asking for. All right. And honestly, I think that's what separates the people, who just dabble from the ones that actually stay in the game for a long term, which is in your case. Okay, so I have another question for you, Alex. What are you most focused on solving or scaling next?
Yeah, so resales, that marketplace is one of them for sure. But I'd say immediately right in front of us is, how do we provide better level of service further down our sales funnel? So we're getting tens of thousands of people coming to Franzy, a month, new unique visitors that are wanting to buy businesses. They want to leave their 9 to 5. They want to have exposure to a different asset class in franchising. And our site's performing incredibly well for that. All the data, all the due diligence tools that we've built, all the research capabilities and the coaching has helped a lot top of funnel. But as soon as people, continue to move further and further down, we're finding that we need to get more brands, verified on the platform, because they've started to hone in on this very specific thing, this very specific concept that we might not have yet signed as a verified brand on Franzy. As well as realizing that, this process, someone's buying a business. It's not a toothbrush or even a car. It's probably one of the most, I won't say luxury wants that you could possibly buy, but you don't need to buy a business necessarily. It's a want. It's this desire, but they're not cheap. Many businesses are 200,000 at minimum plus, and in many cases, our clients are buying $500,000 to $1 million, dollar plus businesses. And so it's a much more emotional sales process. And so we're continuing to make sure that we're providing, everything that our clients need, but also helping them address their fears without being pushy or, overbearing, because that's not our goal, at all at that stage in the process. But at the same time, people get in their way a lot of the times, like, oh, well, what if this happens? What if this happens? What if this happens? And if you play that game too much, you're never going to do anything. And it's how do we professionally and politely help individuals overcome those fears? They're real, but they might just be hypotheticals.
Exactly. Well, actually, that's big what you're trying to do, man. Listen, I know that a lot of people that are listening are either early in their journey or they're looking to level up, and I think they will benefit, from someone like you when, if they hear something like this. Okay. So when it comes about building relationships and growing your network, what's made the biggest difference for you?
Yeah, I think this is kind of like a general piece of advice, but someone told me a long time ago, you'd be surprised how willing people are to help you if you reach out thoughtfully. And so, that stuck with me. And what that person meant was, don't just say, hey, can you do this for me? Or, or how did you get rich? Can I get rich fast? Or can I do, it's not that easy. There's no shortcuts. You have to do the hard work no matter what. But if you reach out and say, hey, I know Leo is an expert in, XYZ topic, and I really need to learn more about that, but specifically these 2 or 3 things about it. If I reach out to you and I say, hey, here's my story. This is what I'm trying to accomplish. I saw that you're an expert in X, Y, and Z. I really want 20 minutes of your time. I know your time is valuable and you're busy, but these are my 4 specific questions that I have that would really help me unlock the next level for myself as an individual or my business.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
I would say 90% of people are going to be willing to take the time, and they could be experts in this topic. Again, they'll take their time. They'll give you their, the advice and their feedback because they could tell that you are reaching out, again, thoughtfully with intention and being mindful of their time. I've had people like Mark Cuban respond to me and take some time, Ashton Kutcher, a lot of these kind of high profile individuals that will respond to emails and actually give advice if you, again, are crafty enough in finding their contact information to begin with, but then also being thoughtful about the questions you're asking in their time.
All right. Yeah, actually, relationships are everything in this space. Trust me, I speak from my own experience. When you actually need help from someone and you reach out in a polite manner, being mindful of their time and everything, people like to help other people. So that's actually very good, very good. All right, Alex. Now, before we wrap up, if someone wanted to reach out, connect with you, collaborate or learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Yep. So there's a couple ways. I'm really big on social media. So on Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and X, I'm Alex from Franzy. And then on LinkedIn, my name is Alex Smereczniak. It'll probably be in the notes, so check that out for the spelling. But we post, very interesting business breakdowns, investment costs, potential revenues, kind of interesting or funny business stories on a daily basis. So you could check out those accounts. And then my email actually is just alex@franzy.com. So if anyone has questions about business ownership, entrepreneurship, franchising, happy to be a resource and happy to be helpful.
Perfect. Alex, I really appreciate your time, your story, and your perspective. We need more people in this space who are doing it the right way. So thanks again for being here, man. I really appreciate it. And for those of you tuning in, okay, if you got value from this, make sure you're subscribed, all right? We got more conversations with operators just like Alex, okay, who are doing out there real businesses, all right? See you to the next episode. Alex, thank you very much, my friend.
Thanks, Leo.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.